Aloha and mahalo for joining me. I'm Janet Johnston, and thank you so much for tuning in. And I hope you're having a great weekend. And today's Saturday, August 1st. Can you believe that it's already the beginning of a new month? I don't know how in the world it got here, but I'm going to try and see if I can make the best of the rest of this year. And you know, the more I start thinking about like trying not to think about how fast time is going, it seems like that's the only thing I can focus on is how fast time is going. So, if you're like me and you're just like not really being able to feel like you're not being able to keep up with time, let me know, because we have 24 hours in the day, so hopefully we're gonna make the best use of it. Hopefully I can make the best use of my time. But I am here to help you design and create a life and a business that gets you excited every day, and that, you know, when you wake up in the morning, you have something to look forward to. So, you know, I hope you are getting value out of the things that I'm teaching. And, you know, this week or today, I want to wrap up this week, all that I've talked about. But I also wanted to have you celebrate. So, excuse me, let's celebrate this week. Like, let's celebrate all the things that you've done. I want you to take a moment and just celebrate everything that you've done this week, whether it's for your family, whether it's for yourself, whether it's if you have a job, for your job. You know, celebrate what you've done and the things that you're able to do. And, you know, I think too much in our lives, we just go and go and go. And I talk about like the daily grind, right? We get up, do the same thing over and over. And, you know, we find ourselves not liking that grind and where we are. And I think a lot of times we forget to celebrate all the things that we've done, or celebrate the people that you've connected with that, you know, maybe you haven't talked to them in a long time. Find something in your life that you can celebrate, because you might be thinking, that's no big deal, you know, that's just something I do. But everything that you do, you should celebrate, because it's easy for someone to get down on themselves or to think negative thoughts, or, you know, to let the thinking get in the way. Or thinking, I'm not pointing to the flower, but, you know, it's what's going on up here that tends to get in our way. So because we have thoughts that just go and go and go, and there's just thousands of thoughts every day, that, you know, we need to celebrate all the good things that we've done. And if you've overcome something, that's even more a reason why you should celebrate. So find something to celebrate today, and look back on your whole week and what you've done. And if you have kids at home and, you know, you have to homeschool and you're dealing with kids, you know, did you like manage to not scream and yell one day, or were you able to find something that you were able to have that self-control? You know, find something that you can look forward to celebrating, because you're worth it. That's all I have to say, is you're worth it. Okay, and I also wanted to, well, before I talk about this week's wrap up, if you have something that you want to share with me that you want to celebrate, leave it in the comments, and I would love to celebrate with you and cheer you on. So this week, I want to talk about wrapping up this week on what we've done, what I've talked about. So Monday, I talked about the benefits of having a business, and if you didn't watch any of the videos, please go back and watch them. And so Monday was all about the benefits, and Tuesday I talked about the objections that people have to starting a business, and there are many. Of course, I didn't talk about all of them, but I talked about the few that are like the most common. And then Wednesday, I talked about types of businesses that you can have and the things that you can do. And I went through like a whole list of possible ideas for you. So if you need inspiration or you want ideas on what you can do, go back and watch that. That was on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, I talked about the questions that people have about having a business and the things that get in the way. Of course, there's a lot of things that get in the way, but I always talk about like the first few things that are really common that get in the way. Like they're major. Okay, and everyone has things that get in their way, right? But these are kind of like the most common ones. And then yesterday I talked about how to get started, like how to get started having a business or fulfilling your dream. And that's so important because, fear sometimes can get in the way of you starting a business and fulfilling a dream. And I talked about how, we have to have other people help share our message, help share in your dream and helping you to fulfill that. So please go back and watch it if you didn't have a chance to watch any of these videos this week. Because, I try to give as much value as I can and try to share as much as I know and teach all the things that I know that work. And this week was all just a very few pieces of what it takes and some of the things that you would need to know about starting your business and having it and what you can do. And so many people that I talk to have so many creative ideas. It's just amazing. Like, I love talking to people, so when I find out like what their creative gifts are, it's so exciting for me because I can see the possibility of what they can do and what they can create. And sometimes they can't see it for themselves, so it's even more exciting when I can share with them like, oh, you should, you might want to do this because you're so good at that. And that's just fun for me. I love doing that. So if you have any questions and that you'd like me to help you figure out something that you can do as a business, whether it's just a side business or something part-time, or if you wanted to do something full-time, I would love to talk with you. So send me a direct message and we can go from there. But make use of those creative gifts that you have, because you have gifts and talents and skills that you, and skills especially too, when you've worked on certain things over and over for years and years and years, those skills just become so quick and easy for you that you may not even think that it's valuable, because it's just something that you do because it's gotten so easy. And don't negate that. Don't push it off to the side and think, that's no big deal, because it is a big deal. And I am blessed that I get to talk to a lot of people. And in my business for so many years, it was just always talking to people and finding out about their lives and what makes them tick and what gets them excited and all of that. Excuse me. So use what you have. It's for you. Your gifts and talents and skills are for you. They're meant to bless you, and they're meant to bless other people's lives and to help you bring joy, like joy to you and joy to others. And right now we need a lot of joy because there is so much ugliness going on. So take the time and think about the value that you have that you can share with people. And I would love to help you. And please, please, please share this video with anyone who you know would get great value out of watching it, because there are women out there and people out there who have something they want to get started on or create, but maybe they're afraid or they're not sure how to go about it. I try to share as much as I can to help people get started, because getting started sometimes is like the hardest thing to do. And fear is one of the biggest problems that stands in so many people's way of fulfilling their dreams or starting something that they want to do. And like I mentioned in my other videos, that the more you get started, the easier it is to get over that fear. You want to just step on fear and just get it out of here as fast as possible. Not to say that you'll never ever have any fear ever again, but the more you learn how to just deal with the fear and take the steps that you need, the easier it gets. Okay, the things that are of most value are always the hardest. They're the hardest to do, hardest to deal with, hardest to think about. But as you work through it, it gets easier, and then you'll see the benefits of it after. So let me know in the comments what you think, and if you have anything that you want to share, please leave it in the comments below. And this is such a great time, a very, very good time in history right now to create all the things that you have that you've always wanted to do in your heart and your mind. All right, and I'm here to help you with that. And I do have a business starter kit if you're interested in learning how to get started on your business and the steps that you need to take. It's in this business starter kit, so click on the link in the show notes, or in Instagram you can click on the link in my bio and it'll take you to this business starter kit. And even if you're not ready right now to start a business, maybe you can still get the starter kit to see what it is that you would need to do, because once you can see something laid out in front of you, then it doesn't seem so bad. Sometimes it's the unknown and the fear in combination is really scary. So if you can see all the steps that you need to take, then it's usually not so bad if you have somebody walking you through things. So do what you need to do and take good care of yourself, and make sure you have a good weekend too. If the weather is beautiful outside, then go outside and get some sunshine, get some fresh air, and make sure you celebrate your wins. Doesn't matter how small you think they are, just celebrate it. Call somebody, call a best friend, and just celebrate together, cheer each other on. And that's what I have for you this week, and I'll be back on Monday, same time. And I hope you think about all these things that I'm sharing so that you can grow and learn as a person as you live your life here on this earth. And by growing and learning, you do that by fulfilling your own dreams. It's easy to help someone else fulfill their own dreams than it is to fulfill your own, but I'm here to encourage you to fulfill your own dreams. Now is the time. All right, you folks, you have a great day and a great weekend, and aloha.